In March this year, heavy winds swept through Destiny Casey's neighbourhood. She and her partner worried that a storm might be rolling in, but by nightfall, the wind had lightened and the couple began to relax. Destiny went to bed at around 10 PM and fell asleep quickly, while her partner stayed up to watch TV downstairs. Soon enough, he had also fallen asleep, but about an hour later, both of them were suddenly woken by a loud bang and a flash of bright light. A security camera in Destiny's bedroom captured what happened. Here's the footage. The footage very clearly shows the lightning flashing outside, but after re-watching it a few times, Destiny noticed something else, something that didn't make any sense.
So that's me in bed, there's a TV. Look in this general area, okay? This corner of the room, and tell me if you see what I see. The lightning strikes, look in this bottom right corner. Wait for it. There. Turn the brightness down a little bit. Okay. What is that? Do you see that?
When the footage is slowed down, something can be seen on the floor of Destiny's bedroom. The moment the lightning strikes, it appears. Destiny thinks it looks like someone crouching there, but they vanish as soon as the lightning strike is over. Neither she nor her partner can explain it, so Destiny posted the clip to her social media account looking for answers. Some viewers tried to reassure her that it was likely just an artifact of her camera, which visibly glitches when the lightning hits the house. But that wasn't the only creepy thing Destiny's cameras recorded that night. Shortly after the lightning strike, a team of firefighters arrive at Destiny's home to check for potential fire hazards, and that's when something really creepy happens. As the firefighters talk to Destiny and her partner, one of them keeps looking over at the couch. It's as if he can see something over there. Initially, he dismisses it as a trick of the dim lighting, but the camera caught something interesting. A few minutes after he started looking over at the couch, the firefighter shines his light over it, and that's when this happens. Did you see it? The couch cushion moves, almost like it's popping back into place after someone stood up from sitting down on it. But the scary thing is, there was no one sitting there. No one we can see anyway. Some viewers say it could be because the firefighter knelt on the couch, and that's what caused the cushion to push back into position like that. And that's not all. Destiny lit several candles around the house after the lightning strike caused a power outage. After rewatching the footage several times, she soon notices something happening with the candles.
Just give it a check. It's in that back corner.
The candle closest to the couch can be seen burning brightly, but is then suddenly extinguished. Seconds later, when one of the firefighters walks over to the couch, he pauses and says, "I thought I saw someone there." What's even stranger is that this is a different firefighter to the one who kept looking at the couch before, which means that two different people noticed something off about the couch. Destiny and her partner can't help think that something paranormal entered their home that night, and that it was somehow linked to the lightning strike. And if Destiny's footage creeped you out, just wait until you see this next one. A man from France claims that he is haunted by a poltergeist. For several months now, he's been experiencing scary phenomena wherever he goes, no matter if it's his workplace, the gym, or even in his own home. At first, no one believed him when he said he thought something paranormal had attached itself to him. So he started recording the creepy activity whenever he could, hoping to gather evidence. He then posted a lot of the footage to a new social media account, which he named poltergeist.official, suggesting that he wishes to be kept anonymous, but still wants answers from his viewers. The first few clips he posted were captured in his workplace, and they have left viewers feeling creeped out.
Et ces phénomènes, ça arrive de partout, à la maison, comme au boulot, comme n'importe où en fait. Du coup, j'ai décidé de le laisser poser sur une table du boulot volontairement et je suis parti. Et regardez ce qui se passe. Là, il y a des bruits de malades ici, là. Là, vous entendez? Putain, il n'y a rien. La porte, elle a bougé. Je suis sûr qu'elle a bougé. Là, j'étais en train de faire la voix pour la prochaine vidéo. Là, regardez, là, la prise. Je suis sûr qu'elle était en train de bouger. Juste avant. Putain, c'est flippant. Eh, oh, oh! Putain. Ah, ce coup de flip, putain.
The man deliberately leaves his phone on a table at work, then walks away. Seconds later, it can be seen sliding around on the table, all on its own. Then a door suddenly slams shut and an electrical plug begins to sway back and forth, making it look like something invisible is manipulating it. But whatever was causing these objects around the man's workplace to move wasn't finished. According to him, it follows him wherever he goes.
Je suis désolé, j'ai pas grand chose à dire. Hein? Ah! Arrête!
At this point, the man is starting to feel like he's going crazy. It's only the fact that he's managed to record all this that reassures him, but none of his viewers have any logical explanations. Their only advice is to get exorcised by a priest, and yet the man keeps on recording whenever something creepy or inexplicable happens, and that leads to him capturing this on camera.
C'est ça là. Je suis sûr que c'est ça. Vous voyez? Je vais essayer de lui parler. Hey! Hey, tu me fais pas peur, hein? Là, j'étais en train de bosser et je suis quasiment sûr qu'il y a ce truc là qui était en train de bouger là. Oh. C'est pas possible, il y a une bestiole dedans là. Putain, y'a rien. Y'a rien. Voyez, je vous mens pas, hein. Je vous mens pas, hein. Là, y'a rien non plus, hein. Putain, c'est pas vrai, ça. Ah, c'est bon.
This case has left many viewers genuinely spooked, but not all paranormal entities are necessarily bad or evil, as you're about to see in this next one. Some of the most convincing examples of ghosts and paranormal activity are shared by several different people who all experienced something very similar. That's what happened with Casey Lee and Josie Sanchez, two unrelated women who had never met before, but they posted disturbingly similar videos to their social media accounts. Casey Lee explains that her husband Chris passed away about a year before the footage she posted was captured. In the clip, which was recorded by a security camera in the living room, Casey is talking as if to Chris's spirit, and then something happens that leaves her in tears.
Chris, please watch over Boston. Daddy's got you, okay? I'll make sure you're okay. I think he'll make sure I'm okay too. Really? Oh my god, I couldn't have timed that any better. I hope those cameras pick that up. That's insane. I feel better. Did you see that, Papa?
As Casey is talking to Chris's spirit, the lights visibly flicker. This makes her think Chris really is listening to her from beyond the grave. She held on to the video for over 2 years before finally posting it, and when she did, several viewers left comments saying that they believe that Chris's spirit was with her that night, while others warned her not to put too much trust in paranormal entities. One viewer even went as far as to suggest that what caused the lights to flicker wasn't Chris at all, but an evil spirit that could be pretending to be him. Meanwhile, unknown to Casey, Josie Sanchez had recently lost her father and was in the middle of grieving him. She was home alone one night after a long, hard day. She wished her father was there to comfort her, and that's when something very similar to Casey's experience takes place.
Flick the light, Dad. Oh my god. Oh.
Just like in Casey's footage, the lights in Josie's house flicker. But that's not all. Josie directly asks her father's spirit to switch the lights on and off, and seconds later, it happens. Josie's experience is made all the more convincing by the similarity it shares with Casey's, and these are just 2 examples. Many other people around the world report activity that mirrors what happened to Josie and Casey. But what do you make of these clips? Do you think they're genuine examples of the paranormal? Let me know down below. Sometimes, the scariest things that happen to a person have nothing to do with ghosts or the paranormal. Sometimes, other people are way scarier. Reddit user Confident Cherry 392 found this out while driving along a road in Oregon. Cherry was driving home with their 2 kids in the back seat when something up ahead forced them to slam on their brakes. Luckily, their dash cam recorded everything. At first, Cherry thought the bike accidentally rolled into the road, but it soon became very clear that the man had pushed it on purpose. Perhaps he had been waiting there, looking out for an expensive-looking car to drive past. It was only when the man picked up a baseball bat that Cherry realised what was happening and quickly put the car in reverse. Fortunately, there were no other vehicles behind Cherry, or they would have been trapped. Cherry was lucky to escape this scary situation, but this next clip shows that we're never truly safe, even when we think we're completely alone. Having building work done on your home can be very exciting. Sometimes it can even reveal some strange things that you would never have expected to find. And sometimes these things can be downright scary. One homeowner was having some alterations made to their ceiling, which left them with a hole into the roof cavity for a few days. Late one night, they were home alone, hours after the builders had left. The homeowner was cooking in the kitchen when he felt a strange sense of being watched wash over him. He couldn't figure out what it was until he looked up and saw something in the roof cavity. Scared, but driven by curiosity, he got his stepladder and quickly took a look up there with a flashlight. However, it appeared to be completely empty. Trying not to think too much of it, he went back down and continued cooking, but within minutes, he saw it again. This time, he pulled out his phone and started recording. At first, it's hard to see anything, but after brightening the footage, something seems to be crouching up in the roof cavity, staring down at the homeowner. The homeowner recorded it for just a few seconds, then he left the room and called a friend to come and take a look. Neither of them could find anything up in the roof cavity. The homeowner later uploaded the footage on social media, and viewers began to speculate. Some suggested that it could be a case of simple pareidolia, the mind trying to make sense of shapes in the darkness, but others think something much darker was going on and that this could be some kind of paranormal entity. The homeowner thinks this would explain why he got the spooky feeling of being watched even though he thought he was home alone. In this case, the homeowner knew something was there when he started recording, but in this next clip, the poster had no idea they were capturing something creepy on camera. Megan doesn't usually post much on social media, but something that happened 6 years ago has been playing on her mind, leading her to finally post about it in the hopes of getting some answers. 6 years ago, Megan's brother was about to get married. The night before, she and a few of his friends and family gathered at his apartment for a few drinks. They stayed up late, watching movies. Eventually, it was only Megan and her brother left in the living room. Everyone else had gone to bed. Megan's brother soon fell asleep, with his glass still in his hand. Megan thought it would be funny if she recorded him and showed him in the morning. However, when she showed the video to him, her brother spotted something that sent chills down his spine. Something dark can be seen in the corridor. It's there for just a second and then it's gone. Whatever it was, it looked unsettlingly human, but something felt off about it. Megan and her brother asked everyone who was in the apartment if they'd got up during the night and if this could be one of them, but everyone said they'd stayed in bed until the following morning. Megan has held onto this strange footage for 6 years, but it's haunted her the entire time. After posting it on social media, many viewers asked for more details, so Megan posted another video explaining that her brother's apartment had always seemed haunted even before she recorded the creepy video.
At one point they had 2 people living with them, some family members of hers, and they would be like, it would only be one person at home, and all of them, it happened to all of them, where they would hear somebody calling their name, but like nobody else was home.
Viewers can't help but feel that what Megan is describing sounds a lot like a mimic. A mimic is a kind of paranormal entity that copies human voices, appearances, and behaviour in order to feed off our fear. Multiple viewers commented that they had experienced very similar activities in their homes, leading them to believe Megan's brother was being haunted by a mimic. But what do you think? Did Megan really catch a ghost on camera? Children are often said to be more sensitive to paranormal activity than adults are. Kristen, a young mum from the United States, thinks her daughter is no exception to this. Kristen was home alone with her daughter one day when she needed to do some laundry downstairs. She put her daughter in her playpen and put some videos on the TV for her to watch. It's something she does often if she has things she needs to do around the house. However, this time, something creepy happened. Kristen comes back and finds something in her daughter's hand, something that had been nowhere near the playpen when she left the room. Fortunately, Kristen had previously set up a baby monitor above the playpen so she could keep an eye on her daughter, and their camera caught everything. Kristen's daughter is calmly watching the TV when she suddenly turns towards the door to her bedroom and appears to blow kisses to someone. Kristen says she was the only person at home and she was downstairs when this happened. And that's not even the creepiest thing. Shortly after that, something falls into the playpen. Kristen explains that it's an old bottle stem that her daughter doesn't use anymore. It was nowhere near the playpen, and Kristen has no idea how it suddenly appeared next to her daughter. Not long after that, a bottle hits the side of the playpen as if someone threw it. Again, Kristen's daughter looks over to the doorway and blows another kiss, suggesting she sees someone there. Freaked out, Kristen combed through every inch of the house to make sure no one had broken in without her noticing. No one had. With no way to explain the baby monitor footage, she uploaded it to social media, hoping some of her viewers would be able to weigh in. She also posted a video with more information.
Okay, so this is my daughter's playpen that she was in when the bottle thing happened. So she was standing right here. The stem would have fallen about here. And as you can see, like directly in front of that on the other side is the toy bin where the bottle had landed. It landed about here. There's nothing around that the bottles could have come from, especially because like they landed straight down. So there's a little dresser, and then over there in there is where the dressing room is, which is where the bottles were, where I put everything before I went downstairs to take everything out. So really no explanation. There's the monitor that caught it.
Viewers were left puzzled by the footage, and Kristen's explanation raised more questions than answers. Many commented on how mysterious it is that both objects appear to come from nowhere. Some suggested that this could be caused by a loved one's ghost interacting with the baby. Kristen admits that her mother passed away 5 years ago, but she's not sure that her mother's ghost would behave this way. Throwing things at Kristen's daughter seems too out of character, which begs the question, if it wasn't the baby's grandmother, then who or what was it? Kristen's daughter is just one of many children to experience what might be paranormal activity. Marlena and her son live in Indonesia, and lately, her son claims to have been seeing a ghost in their apartment. Marlena believed her son just had an overactive imagination at first, but then one day, he caught something on camera. What Marlena saw in the footage her son captured left her terrified that something really was haunting their apartment. Someone or something appears to be peeking out from behind a wall next to Marlena's balcony. Whatever it is, it scares the boy so badly he immediately runs off and shouts for his mother. When Marlena sees the footage, she hurries to check the balcony, but there's nothing there. The thing that scared her son has vanished, as if into thin air. But this is where it gets really creepy. Marlena says there's nothing on the other side of the wall beside the balcony, just a sheer drop down to the street below. She has no idea how anyone could have got up there, let alone how anyone would be able to cling to the side of the building and peek around the corner. To make matters worse, Marlena claims that her son fell sick within hours of capturing this scary footage, and he didn't recover for several days. This makes her think that her son was right about seeing a ghost. Cairo Leon is a travel vlogger who often posts videos of hotel tours on his social media. Normally, the scariest things on his page are messy hotel rooms or rude staff, but a few months ago, that all changed. While recording a walkthrough of his hotel room in an Indonesian tourist resort, Cairo accidentally caught something on camera that left him spooked. Something can be seen darting into the bathroom as Cairo records the hotel room. It moves so quickly, Cairo didn't notice it. It wasn't until much later, after rewatching the footage before posting it, that he noticed anything unusual. Once he slowed down the video, he saw what looked like a small child hurrying to hide in the bathroom. But seconds later, when Cairo records the bathroom, it looked completely empty. What's more, he also noticed that the child appears almost see-through. This led Cairo and his followers to speculate that he captured a ghost on camera that day. But what's your verdict? Is this a ghost, or can you offer a different explanation? Drop a comment below and let me know. Reddit is a place where you can find some very convincing evidence of potential paranormal activity, and sometimes not so much. One Reddit user, who goes by the username Rude Acanthocefalala, anyway, they posted footage from their dashcam. It was captured back in 2022 during a blizzard that battered Buffalo, New York. Driving through a blizzard is always a nerve-wracking experience. The reduced visibility can make driving very dangerous, but the OP claims to have captured something straight out of a nightmare among the heavy snow.
Mainland, let go of him. I'll put it back in.
A skeletal figure slowly comes into view as the car makes its way through the snow. It even seems to move, almost like it's reaching out towards the OP in their car. But fellow Redditors weren't wholly convinced that this was anything paranormal. Some suggested that the OP could have faked the video, while others think the skeletal figure is nothing more than a Halloween decoration. Still, if I was driving through a blizzard and I saw this coming out of the snow, I'd be a little creeped out. If you want more creepy content like ghosts, witches, demons, and haunted graveyards, click the video on your screen now.